Hey, welcome to the Seven Fragrance Frequency podcast with me, Iona here at the Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success with Iona. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about, as usual, health freedom on Tuesdays. So health freedom, what does that mean? It means living an intentional life while you are in service as a light worker, as a spiritual business owner, and really looking after yourself and filling up your own cup. So I talk about health every single Tuesday. I go live and I share my journey, and I encourage my students to really look after your mental health, your emotional health, your social health, your physical health, every other health that you can think of, right? Your physical, I think I said them all. And what I do is help you to have a vision for your health and for your life, all of the health, the 5 types of health that I cover in my vision board. It's called a 1 week to create a badass spiritual business vision board to manifest more light work and lifestyle balance and bank 50K in 50 days. And so the banking 50K in 50 days is a game that I created around money. It's called the Soul Income Game. And we play the Soul Income Game every single day on this podcast episode, raising your vibrational frequency around money and receiving the financial freedom so that you can eat as well as you want to eat. You can invest in the things that you want to invest in, including a personal trainer if you wanted to invest in a personal trainer, eat the foods that you want to eat, like just really look after your health, have spa days, have whatever it is that makes you feel good, improves your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health, your social health, your spiritual health, environmental health, everything. And oftentimes as spiritual business owners, we're like, yeah, I don't need any money whatsoever. Like, I'm not driven by the money. I just want to be in service. But when you do a vision board, and especially my 1 week to create a badass spiritual business vision board, you'll see that on your vision board, there's many areas of your life that require money, and health is one of them. And if you don't believe me, have a look at how healthy you've been, how you've been at your healthiest, and what it requires for you to be healthy. There's still going to be money in terms of just fueling your body with the best food, in terms of looking after your health. Like, I was just talking to my mama, and we were talking about vitamins, and she was saying how much she actually spent on vitamins. I'm not saying you have to have them, but if you want to have supplements and different things, as a woman of 51, for me, it's like, okay, well, my vitamins, my supplements, my what have you, even like a protein shake, whether you agree with having them or not, whatever it is that you want to add to your diet or add to your, it costs money. It might not be like super expensive, but when you do not have any at all to invest, it's huge. Or the health of others. I did a marathon, a half marathon, and I raised money for cancer research. Some people are like, oh, the charities, all the this, all the, and lots of people I've noticed are talking about the big pharmaceutical company, all the things, like so many things that are involved in health. But when you are able to look after yourself, it matters. So we're going to play the Soul Income Game in the Seven Fragrance Frequency podcast. We're going to talk about your vision for your health, what that is. And again, I'll leave the link for that vision board challenge. It's a free vision board challenge. You do have homework, and I do have a 2-hour monthly coaching call called the Seven Freedoms Frequency call-in gym, where I share with you about manifesting that life work balance. I'm going to talk about our vision. I'm going to talk about how we feel. I'm going to talk about raising our vibration in this episode. If you are new to me, every single Tuesday and every single day, the format is the same, but we switch out the topic. So today it's health, and we are going to be setting your soul intentions. We're going to be expressing gratitude, and we are going to then reflect back on your health and see where you are and see how you can improve and what you can maintain as well. So again, this is spiritual business success for me. Success, if you don't have your health, if you don't look after your mental health, like emotional health, physical health, like dis-ease happens in the body, right? So that releasing trauma and doing all those things, we know, right? So I go into depth in the vision board challenge, and I do some research. Do your own research. Lots of people that I work with have an interest in health or qualifications in health. So I'm not sitting here, I'm training actually. I've enrolled in a course to train as a personal trainer, gym fitness instructor, and a nutritional coach. So I have an interest in it, but personally, and then I will share it with my students, and not as in like I want to be somebody that stands for fitness online or anything like that, just for my students and my own health. And so a lot has manifested since doing my vision board around my health, and I want to share that. So today and every single day we journal. We journal, and this is my what I call my soul legacy journal. Don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? Hang on. Shall I do it again? Okay. I can see the blur. Right, this is our legacy journal. It's 365 days of your spiritual awakening story. I co-created Soul Path to Spiritual Alchemy for Lightworkers. So I have a co-author book series called the Soul Legacy Journal, 365 Spiritual Awakening Stories of 365. You have to excuse me, I had a nap. I went to the gym and I had a nap, and I did my 10,000 steps and I had a nap. So I'm like, okay. And it's a co-authored Soul Path to Spiritual Alchemy, and it's for my co-authors, us to come together and share the stories of our awakening around the 7 areas that I talk about for living an intentional life, for manifesting life-work balance, all the areas that I cover on the vision board, and all the areas that I cover that I consider spiritual business success when I went through my awakening. In the multiple areas, that's what I wanted somebody to teach. How do I have it all? How do I have that spiritual business success? How do I contribute? So you might have had an awakening in your contribution, in your health, in your emotions, in your environment, in your relationships, in your spirituality, in your finances, and it impacts your health. Right. So relationships impact your health, your emotions impact your health, what you do for work, how you sleep, the hours that you do impact your health. So everything's intertwined and interchangeable. And so we journal every single day, we visualize, and we note what is manifesting, and we set those soul intentions. So let's dive into the episode and see how it is that you feel. We're going to rate your vibrational frequency between a 1 and 11. So a 1 is where you're feeling meh, you're low vibing, and we know that vibing, not only are we attracting circumstances that match that vibrational frequency, but it's low frequency in the body as well. And so we want to raise our vibrational frequency to what I call an 11, soul flow. So soul funk versus soul flow. So how are you feeling today? However you're feeling. We'll talk about emotional freedom for Wednesday's episode, but that it impacts your health, right? I know you know this. So rate your vibration, write it down in your journal. And if you are a student of mine in the soullegacyacademy.com, then you come to the 2-hour monthly coaching call, it's $77 per month. But I give my students, my boot campers, and my masterminders that call, that 2-hour monthly call, so that we can put business aside and actually focus on your health and your emotions and your environment and your relationship and your spirituality. Because oftentimes people go, I don't have time to invest in my business. I don't have time to create a product. I don't have time to write a book. I don't have time, because the rest of life is pushing and pulling you and tugging on you. And it feels overwhelming and daunting. And as a light worker, as a spiritual business owner, there's nothing more that lights you up than contributing in the world. So anything that is distracting from that impacts your health. It's stressful. And we know that stress is the killer, right? So we want to journal. So note down your frequency between a 1 and 11. So every single day, we want to rate your frequency around your contribution, around your health, again, your emotions. So there's an abbreviation. Rather than writing Health Freedom Tuesday, we write HFT equals. And so when you write that down in your journal, so yesterday was Contribution Freedom Monday. So you write CFM, how you feel about your contribution, your life purpose, and write that down between a 1 and 11. And then today, HFT, Health Freedom Tuesday, you write that down. So both of my scores are an 11. I don't even know why I'm about to itch in. Both of my scores are an 11. So that means that's a score so far of 22. And then when I go to visit the other areas of my life, I'm going to check in intuitively, how do I feel? Do I feel like contracted, like, oh, I can't even be bothered? Or do I feel excited and energized and like ready to like smash my day and smash life? Like, we only get one in this lifetime, right? So I want to support you in living your best life around your health as well as your business. So that for me is success. So write it down. You can put it in the comments down below. Again, you can come to our monthly call within the soullegacyacademy.com. There's the 7 Freedoms Frequency call-in gym and the community. And so you will see that this video, this live, is streamed out on the socials. So you'll see it in Telegram, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, in my groups, on my profile, on my YouTube channel, within the Soul Legacy Academy, the global networking hub, within my bootcamp, within like so many different places. I repurpose this, but you'll also see it in the community, and you can comment down and buddy up so that like when you're doing anything, you're like doing a health challenge or what have you, having a buddy is just somebody who gets it, will hold you accountable, hold your feet to the fire, is an amazing feeling. So wherever you're watching this or listening to this, on Spotify or Audible or on another podcast platform, I literally repurpose my live stream and my podcast because I want to inspire you. And thank you to the new subscribers to the Soul Legacy TV Spiritual Business Success with Iona. Thank you so much. I had someone yesterday on the YouTube channel saying it's so inspiring, and I really appreciate you. Like, I want you to feel supported and feel like somebody cares, not just about your business, but about you, because you're serving. But what about you? We cannot fill from an empty cup. So we've talked about your vision. Get clear on your vision, the image that you have. I'm very clear on my vision, and I redid my vision board challenge in December. So every single December on my YouTube channel, at the Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success with Iona, I've got an annual, what I call a YouTube challenge. And so I've written my book on about YouTube, if you can see it, Spiritual YouTubers from Scratch, a Soul Guided Influencers Compass to leverage your light work and lifestyle on YouTube. Now, I'm journaling because it's a practice that I would do daily anyway, living the intentional life, visualizing, manifesting, and sharing it with you, walking my talk and sharing it with my students, and just repurposing it everywhere. That's leverage. So this live stream is coming from the Soul Legacy TV and on X, Twitter, whatever it is. So I share it everywhere. I don't share it in perfection. Like, when I tell people I've got a podcast, they're like, oh, okay. I'm like, it's not. It's raw and real. It's not edited. It's just me showing up, sharing my journey. So leveraging your light work and lifestyle, like when you think, oh, I've got to be on social media, I've got to build my business in this way, I've got to build a list, I've got to be, I'm just like, no, let's build a legacy. Let's leave a legacy. You will have been passed down a legacy for your health genetically, right? And environmentally, how those around you would eat, how those around you would sleep, how those around you would speak, how those around you would treat you. Like, the trauma in your body actually matters. So going about having a vision for what you want, deciding, okay, well, here's the contribution that I want to make in the world with my spiritual business. How am I going to look after myself? We'll talk about the other areas, but they're all entwined. There's no one area in isolation. We break it down and isolate it, but we put it back together because it's integrated, right? The health of your business, the health of your relationships, the health of your emotions, the health of you feeling connected, your spiritual practices, just knowing that we're souls having a human experience, being aware of that and allowing that to lead you in life, I say, as a soul guided influencer, is huge, absolutely huge. It will impact your mental and emotional health, all the things. And having or not having the finances will impact your health as well. We know this, right? So whatever vision that you have for your health, rate your vibrational frequency. And then what we will do is journal down your soul intentions. So by soul intentions, I mean, what do you intend to happen? Like, intending, it's kind of like intending, pretending that you're already there, you're already experiencing the vision that's on your vision board. So if you don't have a vision beginning with the end in mind, as Stephen Covey says, with the 7 habits of highly successful people, that vision beginning with that And Neville Goddard says living at the end, living to the, like at the end, like living like your wishes are fulfilled. If we don't live like that, or we're not aware of that, we manifest more of the things that we don't want than the things that we do not want. So when we create a vision, and you have a vision for your life, you say yes to the things that are in alignment with it and no to the things that are not, right? It becomes fun to actually see what is manifesting and what you say yes to. And so for health, for me, being 51 right now, 52 this year, I can't even believe it, that's crazy. I love it. And I know that some people are like, oh, I hate my age, I hate my bubble, I'm like, dude, I've had so many losses that I'm grateful that I am this age, if that makes sense. So, you know, when you're resisting aging, it's like, oh, aging. I was at the gym today and somebody was talking about perimenopause, and then the trainer said, she's in her 50s, because I told her the week before, because I basically had a one-to-one at this gym because nobody else turned up. It was so early in the morning, and she was on me, like on me. And normally in a class you get to stop, but when you're on a one-on-one, and that's what I'm training to do, to be a personal trainer, so it's nice. And how my vision is manifesting for my health. Let me know what your vision is for your health. How I'm able to gauge where the flow is in my vision, because I know the direction, this or something better, right? So I walked in the gym, like I've relocated back to my hometown, and before I came back to my hometown, I'm like, I'm going to join the gym. And I wasn't a gym goer. I'd always work out at home. And before that, I didn't have to work. I didn't think that I had to work out because I always was really slim. And as you get older, muscle mass, that's all I'm saying, right? Decline of muscle mass. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to the gym. And I was visualizing, etc. And it's manifesting in the most beautiful ways. And I'm adjusting my days for that, manifesting that life work and that work balance. I'm ending up being at the gym, doing my steps on the treadmill because it was colder. I'm out of the house like 3-4 hours, like looking after me. It feels quite weird because the class is like half an hour or 45 minutes, and I'm out of the house like at least 3 hours, 3.5, 4 hours. It feels really weird, but I am utilizing that time. So on the way to the gym, so I talk about this in the vision board challenges, segment intending your day, as Abraham Hicks said, about segment intending your day, meaning blocking out the times in your day when people say, I don't have time, blocking. And so, well, I've had conversations actually in the changing rooms where women are like, oh, somebody said it today, oh, people say set the New Year's resolutions and then they don't follow through exactly. And then somebody else said, people say, oh, I don't have time. And she said, she was like, oh, almost talking herself out of coming to the gym, excuse me. And then she's like, no, I'm going to go. And she said, I always feel so much better. And I said, yeah. And I'm in this gym and I'm segmenting, intending my day, going to it, walking, listening to music. I love music. I love dancing. And so I'm like, got a spring in my step while I'm walking. So I make it fun. If things are not fun, I'm not doing it. So I make it fun. So I've set myself up with the night before, the habits that I need to sustain this as a habit, right? And I was going 5 days a week and I needed to re-record some of my boot camp, re-record and focus on growing my group. And I was like, okay, let me go 3 times this week so that I can record. I may up it to 5. Anyway, I'm walking. So what are you doing for your health, right? Your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health, your spiritual health, and your environmental health. As I'm going to walk you through my routine and what I'm manifesting that was on my vision board, I'm incorporating all of those aspects of my own health, right? And so my vision is to reach 100 at least, like my mum's mum. I remember I was 40 and we went to the Caribbean and my mum's mum was still on the dance floor dancing. She inspired me. People go, oh, I've got midlife or I'm aging. I'm like, oh, bring it on. So anyway, I walk, I listen to some music. When I get there, I'm getting changed and I'm just basking in that energy. There's music on. I'm just really preparing, like thinking about the class, thinking about myself in the class, like how I'm going to just, do that 1 rep more or whatever it is. I'm just doing weights. Well, I'm doing the weights class. And people are like, oh, come to the spin class, come to the circuit. I'm like, that's not my vision. I'm not saying that or not something better, but I've got this plan of I want to feel good. I'm not going to then go, I'm going to do this on the Tuesday that they've said, or I'm going to do this straight after that class. Like I've got work to do. I've got steps to do. I've got my own agenda and my own well thought out plan of knowing my body, knowing my mind, and not being distracted, or as some people are people pleasers, like, oh yeah, I'll just do. I'm like, no, stay in my own lane. I'm like, absolutely not. And I said, I wouldn't do a weights class and then do the spin class after it. And my daughter's like, Mom, it's good to do cardio after weights actually. And I was like, yeah, doing a spin, I've done them years ago, it hurts. I'm like, I don't need to do that. So I do my cardio, I do my walk afterwards, and it feels amazing. So I'm doing the weights, I'm upping the weights, I'm upping the reps, and I'm engaging. It feels amazing. And then I'm getting in the shower after, I'm basking in that. I've taken my back scrubber, I've taken all my creams, all my everything. It just feels incredible. That is why it's taken me that long to go to the gym. However, when I'm at home, I'm sat down more. So I'm making sure I'm getting my steps in, my mental health. I'm feeling really good. All of the health, the spiritual, the physical. I'm getting downloads. I'm listening to my Audible book when I come back so I can do my podcast. I'm putting my makeup on as I leave there, ready to then present. Although I had a nap when I ate, and then I had a nap when I came back. I'm having my protein, like all of these things. I'm incorporating and manifesting that light work and that lifestyle balance rather than ignoring my health and burning myself out, because burnout was one of my last awakenings, a massive awakening, and it was a year of recovery at least. And people don't realize, I talk about it on my vision board challenge. It was absolutely massive. So in order for me to not be swept over by my spiritual business, because we could, as it's our light work, we're driven, I've got other things and other interests in place, if that makes sense. So the things that were manifesting in my vision board was me doing my nutrition, doing my course. I haven't actually logged in this year, to be fair. But it's getting my own eating right, eating really, really well for the most part, except for when my cycle comes, then I give myself grace. Or emotionally, I'll talk about that emotional eating. I had some news and I went to food. I was like, oh, let me get the book out for the day. I listen to a book every day, and I suggest that you listen when you're listening to books or reading or absorbing anything, you relate it to the area of your life, like your health or your emotion, and you actually do something, you actually follow through, not just consume content. So I went back to the book and I shared it on my Facebook of and we have a book launch club as well, so we'll read books each month, whatever book that you want to actually implement. Books can transform lives, and so as an author, I want to take my reader out of my book and listening to this podcast and into my world and into my teaching. So the book that I chose to go back to was Jessica Ortner, Nick Ortner's sister, Weight Loss and Body Confidence, and it's about tapping. And so I started to listen to that yesterday, and that's what I will be listening to again every single Tuesday and doing that tapping, releasing, because I've bought the food and I'm not in my own home, in my own environment. So there are other stuff in the cupboard, not too much actually. And because we've got history of diabetes and glaucoma and different things in our family, I'm like, okay, I'm aware of. And so I don't usually have those things as a temptation in the cupboard. There's not that much. And I'm like, okay, I went to them. So I was aware of that. It's like, let me just catch that, tap that out, and not beat myself up, not feel guilty, share it with you, share it with my students, that it's a journey. It's a journey. So the health, again, for manifesting, when I went into the gym, because that's going to be part of my training, I saw they said that they were hiring gym instructors. Like there was a table right in front, nobody sat there, like hiring. That had me like Iona, and it was a level 3. I'm like, Iona Mead, get on it, get on your training, I've looked up where I would have an assessment because I relocated back to my hometown, what dates the assessment are, and getting back into that. Although we have whatever it is on our vision board for our health and our other areas, it isn't that the universe will just give me the beach body or give me the qualification. Say you want a particular career, or you want to support people in your business in a certain way, it doesn't mean to say that that will automatically happen without meeting the universe and get honing in the skills and the habits. And I think sometimes we're under the illusion when we set those New Year's resolutions that because I've set that New Year's resolution or goal, that's just going to happen. And we don't always realize the work that's involved, even with our spiritual businesses, right? So lots has been manifesting. And so I, in terms of emotional health today, I've got, and I'll talk about it for Emotional Freedom Wednesday, a grief group. And so I had mad resistance to it. I'm like, no, I said, I'm going, it's once a month. It's on my vision board. It's important to me, whatever my mind is doing. I spoke to the lady, I'm going, like, it's a bit of a trek to get there. I'm like, I'll walk, right? So those things manifesting, I will talk about it as that journey because I want to support bereaved parents as well, because I am one, and tithe and dedicate my work to my son. So that's important to me. It will be 10 years coming up since my son passed this year. So it's like, wow. And somebody said to me, why would you go after 10 years? And I said, it's because I want to also get involved with the charity. Since doing my vision board, when I reflect back on 2024 to this year, I started the year hitting the ground running because I had my vision back in the second week of December 2024. I did my vision board challenge that week, and some people are like, I'm too busy, and they're too busy thinking about the Christmas day, and then like eating junk for weeks and weeks, probably still eating junk in the middle of January, and not got off that habit. And so I'm really happy that I put my vision board challenge then. So I literally have hit the ground running because I already set the intentions for to have the best year yet, my best year and my fittest year. Tough Mudder, 3 Peaks, I know when they are. I'm training for that. I'm doing my walks, I'm doing my strength and stuff, so I would be naturally ready and in the position. There's swimming that I will do before. It's in July and August, so I will sign up in a couple of months probably. I've got on my app to start to do the running on the runner app that I did when I did my what was that called, my half marathon. So I know that I'll be ready. I believe in myself that I'm ready because I'm actually showing myself, here you are. In terms of health checks, I went, and the lady looked really surprised because I hadn't had one when I'd given up my home. And I went, and my eyesight test is like no prescription change, like after 18 months. I'm like, wow. So I have to have an eye test usually every year, and because we've got glaucoma in my family. So that was amazing. Sexual health, that's on part of our health, right? Like I'm dating, blah, blah, blah. I'm practicing celibacy. But when you get into something, it's like checking. I was speaking to someone and I was saying, absolutely. He's like, you're the only person that has asked me. I probably got checked about a year ago. I'm like, really? And then he didn't know the way that the system had changed. I was like, do you think it's a year? It's probably about 3 years. People will tell you, like, whether they forget or you're stretching and extending the truth, whatever it is, it's like you're the only person that has asked me that to get checked. Like, wow. So as you get older, I think you're just brave enough to say, you know, my health is important. How you merge with somebody else, it's important. So yeah, health that way. What other health? I'd got a letter to say, or a phone call even to say about breast screening. I'm like, really? They said, oh, they invite you between your 51st and 53rd birthday. I'm like, okay. What else for my health? My eyes. What else did I do? I had, I'm just going to talk out my own health. Like, I had abnormal cells 20 years ago, and I had to go for a smear test every year. Went back, did that, all clear, fantastic. So really looking after my health as best I can. And I will say that a week and a half ago, like 10 days ago, I got news that my ex-husband passed. He actually had a heart attack. And I don't think anybody would be surprised, as in his health. And so when you're around certain people, when you're in relationships with certain people, how they are around you, I'm being very intentional about who I merge with in my life, because I want them to know that health is important to me as well. In my last relationship, in my twin flame union, it wasn't a thing. It was all dropped off. Eating was dropped off, and it just impacted me. And I'm like, that doesn't actually feel good. Like, being compatible with somebody on the health level, on the fitness level as well, is important to me. So all of that to say that the journey of me manifesting, putting that vision for my health, and saying, I've got bucket list items, challenges. People are like, oh, wow, that's really interesting. Oh, that's right, blah, blah, blah. It's just living life in and challenging myself while I'm here on this earthly plane. So I will say, what does spiritual business success for you look like? And again, all of the things that I've mentioned, not all of them, but some of the things that I've mentioned cost money. So as we're serving and we're receiving the financial freedom, and I say that your lifestyle depends on your light work, what you're doing for your light work, and having that fair energy exchange. And I do say fair energy exchange of contribution and receiving the financial freedom actually impacts other areas of your life, including health. So that, for me, that is spiritual business success. It's building my business in a way where I can record, I can have passive incomes, I can have group coaching, I can grow my audience, I can connect, and there's no stress there. I'm moving in ease, grace, and flow. I can nap in the day. Do you know what I mean? That's like freedom. People think it's easy. It's not easy. And other people who like say, just go get a job, go do this, go do that. And I'm like, you only get one life. I remember my ex-husband, how hard he worked. He was a grafter. I'm a grafter too, but it's like 6 days a week. And then over recent years, we didn't talk for like 10 years. And then over recent years, he's like, we made peace. And he said, I was in the hot tub on an evening. I don't work weekends anymore. Don't work in the evenings. I don't take calls. I'd switched off after having a stroke. So when you are in ill health, then it's like, oh, I better do something to reverse this stuff. But if prevention is better than cure, right? So actually looking after your health, looking after all the areas of health that I've mentioned is huge. It's huge, it's huge. So let me know if that helped you. Let me know if that inspired you. Let me know if you have a vision, if you have a clear vision for your health and you want to achieve certain things that are important to you over 2025. I'd love to support you in how you launch your day, lead your day, and leave your day. I think sometimes we have like these big gurus that are saying, go out there and build a list for your business, go out there and do whatever it takes. Yes, you do to a degree, but look after yourself. So many people are burnt out. So many people are creating a business model that they actually hate, that they actually can't stand, working one-on-one, like all the hours. That's when people say, I don't have time. It's that lack. It's a poverty consciousness, which, like, I know that we get pushed and pulled by life. I'm not saying that we don't. I'm not saying that we don't need to do certain things or to commit to certain things. But when you don't have the support around you to build a life that includes freedom, 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast, hopefully you'll come back and you'll be inspired. And I'm not saying it's easy, and I'm not saying it's smooth, and I'm not saying it's a to B straight line. And yes, you will fail forward. But I was having a conversation and somebody inspired me, and they said that they always just believe in going after what it is that you wish for. You never stop trying. And I'm like, yes, that's the kind of person that I want to be around. Health, sleep, nutrition, what you're eating, what you're actually, the trainer said today, she said, she was talking to another lady who was talking about perimenopause, and she said, if you're not going to get the results, if you're not eating right, if you're not sleeping right, you can do all the exercise in the world, but the recovery time, your rest. And she says she was working out 6 days a week. When she half that, she got better results. And I was like, that's what I intuitively was doing this week. I'm like, let me go hard these 3 days for the weights, but let me then rest in between. So I love that. So what I want to do is continue on. I've done the book for the day. We've done our vibrational frequency. We've talked about our vision. I haven't talked about the soul legacy wheel. And basically, my soul legacy wheel is similar to the wheel of life, but it's about raising your vibration again from the 1 to 11 in each area of your life, and each area is impacted. So if your health is not cool, then it's going to probably impact your emotions. Do you know what I mean? Or if you're working so much and you're stressed, it's going to impact your emotions and your health and your time and your relationships, or all those things. It impacts. And yes, you might have the money but then poor health, or you might have great health and then no money. Do you know what I mean? It's just balancing that. So the next segment is I want to talk about setting your soul's intention. So obviously for me, as a low vibration teacher and a coach who talks about spiritual business success and manifesting more light work and lifestyle balance, I walk my own talk. Even when I drop off, I'm like, okay, I'm going to give myself grace to get back on. So setting the intentions, when you look back at your last week, when you look at your vision for 2025, if you have a vision for 2025, and if you don't, again, go through the vision board challenge and then come and do with me live. You'll see replays on my YouTube channel and in a playlist. And then you'll see all the replays for each of the days for the 1 week to create a badass spiritual business vision board and bank 50K in 50 days. We're going to do that soul income game in a second. And then you'll see in the playlist, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you'll see my vision board that I play every day before I go to sleep, and when I wake, and before I go to sleep. And I'm feeling the feelings of it. I'm not striving really hard to get it. And then you'll see December 2025, the vision board. And if you're listening to after this, then you'll see every December the next year's vision board challenge. Click to get notified, and then you'll get notified, and we can do the vision board challenge live. There's a Facebook group that you can post in. There's the 2-hour monthly coaching call where I can support you around this. So when you're setting your intentions, if you look back on 2024, were you consistent in your health? We'll talk about the other areas on a different day, but in your health, eating right, drinking, fueling your body, what was your sleep like? And are you supporting yourself? And do you have people around you that are going to support you or detract from your health, right? And so when I was dating, or I've been dating, I was saying that I was talking to somebody when I made the transition back to my hometown. And he said, oh, I've got high cholesterol, I've just been announced, because like, how's your health? Yeah, good. All of a sudden you've got, and I don't know if this is a new thing. He said it was, and he was waiting for tablets, and he was going to make massive life changes and go to the gym and do the Tough Mudder and do this and do that, because I try on being with somebody rather than having surprises along the way. It's like, this is the commitment to the relationship that I want to be in. I'll try it on and I will take it off if it doesn't fit. I'm like, dude, you don't eat the way that you said you were going to do. Your habits are not in alignment, which are going to rub off on me. You're drinking like excessively, like, no, right? No. And we're talking so much that we're interrupting each other's sleep. That's not something I can recognize early on. That's not how I want to feel. And you're impacting me emotionally because you're not being truthful and you're not being radically honest. I can say absolutely not to that kind of a relationship. So when you are setting your intentions and you're saying yes to certain things, are they going to be in alignment with the vision that you have for your own health, right? What did you do over the last week? The decisions that you've made, are they in alignment with committing to that health, staying on track? The minute that you say yes to something that isn't, like for me, reaching in the cupboard for the food, I'm like, oh, okay. The minute you keep saying yes and making that a habit, all of a sudden you dropped off, and all of a sudden we're at the end of the year, all of a sudden you're back to creating New Year's resolutions, which I'm like, really? So, what are you going to do over this next week? Those 1 to 3 soul intentions that you can support your health. how you launch your day, how you lead your day, and how you leave your day, and doing it with ease, grace, and flow. And so I could have said yes to a date today. Thank you very much for asking me. And I was like, and it's like, unless you've got plans, it's like, I have got plans. I've got plans to get up early, to go to the gym at 7, which I'm walking there. And then I knew I'd be in there hours. And then I've got my grief group at 7 tonight. And it's like, well, what about all the 12 hours in between? It's like, there's not 12 hours in between because I know I'm going to be at the gym. I was there 4 hours in the end. And then I'm home, I had a nap, I ate, filled my body. Here's the podcast from yesterday and today's. And then I will go out the house. Rather than saying yes, something that I really wanted to do on a day when I've already got plans, that means I'm sabotaging the commitment that I've made. Do you know what I mean? So when you look at your life in a holistic way, what are you saying yes to? What can you commit to doing? So if I know that I've got the gym, I'm booked into the gym on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm now not going to say yes to things at that time. So are you looking after? I'm now not going to say yes to things like late at night if I know that I'm working on my sleep. I'm now not going to. I'm not saying I'm perfect with it, but how are you launching your day, leading your day, and leaving your day in terms of your health? So when you wake up, what's your morning routine based around your health, supporting you in your spiritual business success? Because you can't pour from an empty cup, right? So for me, I'm launching my day after really focusing on my sleep, because that would, like, I don't know about you, but when you go for an awakening, sometimes it's sleep and insomnia. I've had broken sleep for years. It's not something that bothers me or disturbs me, disrupts me per se, but I'll have my alarm and I'll have a certain routine. This morning, I knew I was getting up to go for the gym. Normally, I would have that routine. And I am someone who has tried to do all of the morning routines, the meditation. I haven't actually, oh my gosh, I hadn't said Ho'oponopono for the last few days, but normally I'd get up, I'd wake up, say Ho'oponopono for like 5 minutes. And then I'm someone, I've got I'm looking over there because it's over there. I've got a desk for my laptop. I'm on my Mac now on my desktop, but on my laptop, I've got a bed desk because I'm an early riser and I'm doing my soul work on the morning. And you might think, oh, why would you do that? If I don't do it then, it delays it and it doesn't necessarily get done because I'm doing all this and I'm doing all that. And for me, that works. I get ideas, I get downloads. That's the first thing that I do. Other people will tell you, do a meditation, do a this, get in the zone. I'm already waking up in that zone. I love it. If I don't do that, what I notice, because I try to do the Miracle Morning from Hello Rod, which I love his work, but it meant that I wasn't doing the work. I wasn't doing my business work. And so I wanted something more. And that's why I developed the Intentional Living Codes. So that's what I do. So how are you launching your day? I'm doing it. I'm drinking. I will incorporate lemon and ginger and hot water. And I'm just sipping it. So I know that I'm getting my water intake early in the morning. And I'm sitting and I'm relaxing. It's not stressful. And I don't currently have anybody else in my bed, so I can do that. It might be a different story, but in a relationship, but that's, and anybody that was in a relationship with, in a long-term relationship, would know that I'd start to get downloads after my awakening, and they'd expect me to wake up at like 333, 444, 555. That's when I'd set my alarms. And when Dr. Wayne Dyer, the late Wayne Dyer, would say, if you woke up early in the morning, don't go back to sleep. So I would do that. Anyway, that's how I'm launching my day. That feels good to me, getting my work done and my Ho'oponopono and my water intake, except for when I'm going to the gym because they've changed the gym time so really early. Then I'm eating. So I've got alarms on my phone to segment into my day. You might think, oh my gosh, that's my worst nightmare. But when people go, I don't have time, you don't not have time to look after your health, right? So the next thing I will segment into my day, I will go and I will eat some oats, some blueberries, some seeds, some pumpkin seeds. I've run out of pine nuts, pumpkin seeds, flax seeds, and sunflower seeds. Again, blueberries and peanut butter. Absolutely love it. I'll have a couple of eggs. And then I've just incorporated fish and eggs back into my diet. I was eating plant-based. I feel a lot better for it. You eat whatever you want to eat. And then I will go to the gym. and I will do my walk and do that routine. I will come back, put my makeup on, ready to do my podcast. And I'm still feeling into that routine. It's a new one because I'm in a new environment and I'm settling into the gym. Be gentle on yourself, manifesting that light work and that lifestyle balance. I know doing my work early in the morning is going to suit me. I'm now going to go take care of myself, and then I'm going to come back and do some work again. Do you know what I mean? And so then I've got salsa's going to be coming up next month. I've got a grief group. I've got Toastmasters. I've got things in my day, how I'm launching my day, leading my day, and leaving my day. I'm still incorporating conversations at night as I'm dating, because I'm imagining, you know, giving time to my husband, and then reading, like leaving my day by reading. So what does your ideal day look like? I have a guide in the Soul Legacy Academy, in the Vision Board Challenge, and in my groups, most of my groups in the Vision Board group, about your bucket list items and how your day would look, how your ideal day would look. So wherever I am in the world, I can do that kind of a day and manifest that more, that light work and that lifestyle balance. It's fueling me like no other routine. Literally, this year is going to be the best year ever. And so that alarm is about the next thing that I have got to do. Oh, awesome. Oh, cool. I've just got a co-author enrollment, somebody signing up, or a reminder actually, and then messages. So I love that. Anyway. All right, so we've done the vision board, we've done our rating, we've done our intentions. If you write down the intention, so obviously I've been writing mine down for a while in alignment with my vision board, in alignment with the lifestyle that I want to actually manifest. So when you're writing down what you intend to do, what tweak can you make? And again, I have a 2-hour monthly coaching call, which I can support you on it. It isn't about anybody else's life or anybody else's routine or my routine. It's yours, what you want to experience in your day today, right? How you want to tweak it, how you're going to accomplish how you're going to get to the end of 2025 and just say, oh my gosh, this year was lit. This year was it, right? That's what I'd love to support you in. Let's see. So we've done soul intentions. We've done the vision. So your vision, your values, and your vibration. What's in alignment with your vision? What's in alignment with your values? Saying no to the things that are not in alignment with your values, and raising your vibrational frequency so it matches that. We've done the book for the day, which was Jessica Ortner, Weight Loss and Body Confidence. We're going to do the card for the day, the note from the universe. We're going to play the salt income game, and then we're going to express gratitude, and then we're going to wrap up, okay? So the card for today that I pulled is Lady Portia, Divine Order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. The powerful goddess is a figure of justice and peace. She brings order and opportunity to every experience. As the Lord of Karma, she also regulates the law of cause and effect. She helps us recognize the impact of our judgment, choices, and actions on ourselves and the world. That was huge for me. That is huge for me. Is that huge for you? She is the twin flame of Saint Germain, so strongly connected to the violet flame energy. Together, these twin flames can work on as overseers of legal situations. Justice is an energy that's about honoring everyone involved rather than punishing bad behavior. Lady Portia helps us to do what is right morally and spiritually for our soul's growth. Extended message. Right now, I call for justice. A call for justice is being brought into your space. Even if it means you will lose out, there really is no loss in the highest state of truth. Act from the heart. See the other person's point of view and surrender your pride so that you are coming from a loving space. If you've made choices that weren't for the highest good, admit it. Through this honesty, you are releasing any karmic bonds or anchors of fear from your energy. Take the time to learn from this situation. And if you are involved in any legal issues, know that Lady Portia and the angels of justice are gathering around you to honor everybody involved. And I remember getting this before and I was thinking, oh, there could potentially be. And now I'm getting this and there could potentially be. But exactly with that love and that, I'm not sure, but we'll see. All right, let me do the note from the universe. This is from Mike Dooley. And I haven't actually logged in to get this as yet. But if you have watched the Secret movie, you may have seen Mike Dooley. And he has a subscription to Notes from the Universe. So I'm going to have a look at this one. And it says, never underestimate your importance, Iona, to the world today, worlds to come, and to me, truly, the universe. So never underestimate your importance. Like, you know, when we feel like, oh, well, I can't really make that much difference. Like, nobody's really going to listen to me, or like what I'm saying is not really of interest, or blah, 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 blah. Like, we can tell ourselves all the things. Your importance, don't underestimate your importance in divine order. How much it takes to get us to actually be here on this planet in that moment, to be conceived in that, it's miracles. So it's a miracle that you are here. So don't underestimate your own importance. What we're going to do is play the soul income game, and then we are going to express gratitude, and then I am going to let you go. So thank you for spending this time with me. So this is, again, the Soul Legacy Journal, Spiritual Awakening Stories, 365 days of your spiritual awakening story. I co-created Self After Spiritual Alchemy for Lightworkers. I have to say it because the book, the core of the book series, is the same, a similar name. I put it like as a journal for your spiritual awakening. So if you've gone through a spiritual awakening, and through health or through contribution, your emotions, your environment, your relationships, your spirituality, and your finances, and you've overcome that and you've created a business because of that, I'd love to hear your spiritual awakening story. I'd love to invite you to come and chat with me on a Friday to see if sharing your spiritual awakening story and building your business around your author and authority platform is right for you. I would love that. So the Soul Income Game and the Soul Legacy Journal gives you £1,000, dollars, or euros every single day, wherever you are in the world, your currency. And so we play what I call the Soul Income Game. So that's soul client income. So imagine as a spiritual business owner, oftentimes we want to contribute. We want to contribute in the world, and we don't necessarily feel in alignment with receiving the money. And so this is a way to be playful, to move from a poverty consciousness to a prosperity consciousness, and have all of that amazing abundance that we really want to manifest. But when we're blocking the money, we're blocking our abundance, we're blocking our prosperity in all areas of our life, right? So that was true for me. So I went through an awakening when I was with my ex-husband, environment, everything. And so I ended up being bankrupt, and we had our home repossessed, that environment gone. And so I was like, oh my God, like this is not cool. So I've bounced back and built my business from rock bottom, knowing what it is to not have the finances for a home, or to feed my kids, or to clothe my kids, or what have you. So I wanted to make it fun. Again, if something is not fun, I'm not doing it. And I'm definitely not going to be building a business where I'm just putting your name on an email and then just saying, buy my stuff. It's just not me. I wanted to legacy build versus list build. So when I play the Soul Income Game, and the Soul Legacy Journal gives you £1,000, dollars, or euros every single day, and me, there's rules around it. We want to come from the space that all of our bills are paid for an entire year, financial freedom. All of our savings are done, all of our taxes are paid, we're all good, feeling that freedom, feeling that vision of like, I've got it sorted, like, yes, this is me, right? We type 10% to a worthy cause. The worthy cause that I type to is called Compassionate Friends. That's where I'm going for my first meeting today. It's a charity for bereaved parents. So whatever worthy cause, whether it's your own worthy cause, whatever it is, tithing helps you to see how this energy exchange of money that you're receiving in your spiritual business can then go back out and do good in the world, because that's what we want to do anyway. It's like kind of who you be with money. Basically, it's safe to have money, the energy of money come through your hands as a light worker and spread more light in the world. That is powerful. So play the Soul Income Game. What would you journal? What would you spend your vibrational money voucher on? So you can spend it every day, or you can, so if you see something and it's online or on Amazon or in a shop or what have you, and you're like, I really want that thing, and you don't feel like you've got the money right there and then to spend on it, you haven't budgeted for it. With the soul income game, right in that moment, you can spend your vibrational money energetically to it and know that it's good. I've got that. It's in the process of manifesting. So you're playing the game, you're going to the website or just visualizing, because manifesting the physical is about doing it in your mind and feeling it first. We know this, right? So we're feeling the feeling of spending the vibrational money, right? You're welcome. And so it's having a dance and playing with life. So we're spending this vibrational money daily. And if you want to buy something, buy it. If you want to save the money and carry it over to the next day, you can. And so you can carry the money over each day, but you do have to tithe every single day to the worthy cause. Write it down in your journal. Come and let us know in the Facebook group. Come and let me know in the Soul Legacy Academy, in the private community. Come and let me know on 7 Freedoms Frequency call-in gym to our monthly coaching call. I'd love to hear what you're spending. And I ask you on the intake form, have you been spending your vibrational money? If you come to that call and you're like, no, I'm like, why? I'm going to hold you accountable. And so you spend it, and by Sunday, whatever you have needs to be spent on that day. And usually on a Sunday, I will come live and I will say, this is what I spent my vibrational money voucher on. This is why. So I'm not coming from that space of lack. You don't spend it on bills. You come from the space that your bills are already paid. Dance, acknowledge the things that you're using. Say thank you, express gratitude to them. It's only money. It's an energy exchange. It's lovely. So when I say soul income game, it's soul client income and your business and whatever level that you want to reach in the next financial year. Come from that space. In order for it to manifest, before it manifests in the physical, it's got to happen here and here, right? And here in your gut. So you'll get nudges of what it is that you can do. So I invite you, as part of what you can do next, to play the soul income game with me, a bank 50K in 50 days, vibrationally and in the physical, building a spiritual business model where you have passive and leverage income streams, and you can have a self-study course, a beta program, and then a self-study course, whatever price point that is. Know your maths, know your numbers, do your homework. For my masterclass, it's called the Spiritual Business Book Marketing on YouTube masterclass and bank 50K 50 days. I have homework. I will teach you how to speak to, serve, and sign up your high-paying soul clients online. And then we have homework of doing the maths and actually building the business model that is in alignment with those maths, that you feel worthy and you feel good, that you're offering that value and you would buy. And we're offering 10 times the value that we ever ask anybody to invest, so that it's a no-brainer offer, I call it. I talk about it on the masterclass as a replay. I do the masterclass live on the last Monday of the month at 3 p.m. UK time. You're invited. I stream it out here at the Soul Legacy TV. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed. Love that. And so we'll do this in the physical world as well. As a spiritual business owner, as a light worker, getting your gifts out there is so important. So playing the soul income game vibrationally with me daily, like not ignoring it, like I'm too busy, like no, you're not, like you setting the energy forth to that creates worlds is beautiful. And when you're manifesting that financial freedom, you're not going to say I don't have time, because you've just bought back experiences, you've just delegated certain things, you can say no to certain things, you can take certain things off the table, you're not necessarily relying on other people or whatever it is. So not having that financial freedom, bet your bottom dollar it's impacting the rest of your life. So that when you envision, okay, well, it's okay and it's safe to have money, because it's going to alter my experience on this earthly plane in this lifetime. I'm actually going to leave a financial legacy for my family, and I'm actually going to share with my loved ones and my offspring and my grandchildren or my nieces and my nephew or my friends' children, whatever. I'm a grandmother. And so I'm actually going to share, one, go after your dreams, and two, if it doesn't suit you to work for someone else, and being an entrepreneur and building your own business and having that vision and being a light worker is cool. Like so many people around is like, go get a real job, like go do this, go do that. Like why? And the stats I share a little bit in my book, Spiritual YouTubers from Scratch, a soul guided influencers compass to leverage your light work and lifestyle on YouTube, just how YouTube and content creators, and you know, all the different platforms is lit. And people say influencer, I say soul guided influencer. But just want that influence. It's being guided by a soul and making an impact in the world. I love it. So that's the soul income game. We're going to express gratitude, and I'm going to let you go. So the way that we express gratitude here at the Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success with Iona, is we say, I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate it. It's just something that I made up. Feeling happy every single day. Oh my gosh, there's so many people that I speak to when I've been dating. It's like, are you happy? No. Wow. Do we know what it is that's going to make us happy though? Because it's not another person, right? So I'm happy and I'm grateful. When we express gratitude, I think it makes us happier. When we appreciate, I think it makes us happier. It's like, I'm not happy is like, I'm missing something. There should be something else. I'll be happy when. I'll be happy when I have this. I'll be happy when I'd love to be in, and I'm in the process of manifesting my husband, but I'm not unhappy because I don't have him in my life right now. Do you know what I mean? Like, that for me makes no sense. And I know that when you don't know, you don't know. But I want to share this message to be happy and grateful and appreciate now, right? I've learned a lot along the way. So we say, I'm happy and grateful and appreciate. Now we bring the 7 freedoms frequency, as the 7 freedoms frequency into your day. So the areas: contribution, health, emotion, environment, relationships, spirituality, and financial freedom. I call it the intentional living codes, the cheers to financial freedom frequency. We're rising and we're residing at that vibration. My vibration affects your vibration. Your vibration affects my vibration, and the next person, and the next person, and the next person. As light workers and spiritual business owners, we're like, yeah, I can help and heal the world. No, help and heal you first. And then be that example. Be at the vibration that we wish to witness in the world. Raise your own vibration. I can help and heal everybody. Like, and we're low vibrating ourselves. It makes no sense. And we feel like a fraud, and we feel like a failure, and we feel like an imposter. That is because we are being a fake, and we are being a fraud, and we are being imposters, because we're not walking our talk. When you walk your talk and you show up, speak out, and serve deep, as I say, like, you know that I know for sure I'm walking my talk, even when I drop off. And I tell on myself, like, we need more light workers walking our talk. We don't need light workers in the dark. We need more light workers that are willing to show up, speak out, and serve deep, not just give lip service to our business. I can help and heal the world. Really? Let's go. Let's go. Every single day. Well, this day I'm doing blah, blah, blah. This day I'm doing, really? Because it's going to take a daily. It's going to take a daily focus. If not, your mind is going to take you out. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right. So I'm happy and grateful and appreciate. What's the point? And so it might be something from the past. It might be something from the present. So I don't want to hear, I don't have anything to be grateful for. We're breathing. Be grateful for that. I'm tough love. Or something from the predicted future, our vision. So we've got no excuses to feel the feeling. We can feel the feeling, right? We can conjure up that feeling. So in order to bring each area into our life, into our point of focus, our set point of manifesting, we say, I'm happy and grateful. So I will do it. You can do it with me. I soul speak it into existence. You can write it down in your journal. Again, you can come to the monthly coaching call and I will walk you through this process. It's amazing. I love it. And so I say, I'm happy and I'm grateful and appreciate. So we'll go with contribution. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate the contribution that I can make. I got the most epic, which made me teary with gratitude today, response to a lady that I reached out to. Shout out to you. I've been reaching out and growing my soul tribe, calling in my soul tribe, right? My soul family. And so I've got, somebody said to me yesterday even, so thank you, shout out to you. It's like, oh, thank you for the connection. So aligned, love all that you're up to. Love it. So anyone that I'm reaching out to, trust me, I want you in my world. Like, I want to get to know you. I want to have a space for us to hang out as soul family. I want to collab. I want to meet in person. Like, I'm not just reaching out to anyone. I'm being very intentional. And so this other lady, we'd connected, and she just said, thank you for your connection. And I was like, okay, cool. I'll introduce myself properly. I've created a new group. I'd love to have you part of it if it resonates. So, I invited her and she joined, and I said, I'll send you the welcome message, but it's long. It's like, because my stuff is long. Like, this is long. And she's like, okay, I look forward to it. So I sent her the message, and today I got a message which made me literally so emotional, happy. And she said, I love how in depth you've gone into this message. You do not understand over the years how many people have said, oh, this is long. Oh, can't believe you sent me a long message. Oh, when you send a pitch, I've had this. When you send a pitch, it should be short. It's not a pitch, it's an invitation. Anyway, so it was just so beautiful. And to have so many people that resonate coming on to the monthly call. So if you want to come on a monthly call with me in the Global Networking Hub, the Soul Guided Influencers call, we have a Media Kit collab call for ambitious spiritual coaches, earth angels, authors, entrepreneurs, soul guided influencers doing their light work in the world who want to collab and meet in person, who want to be a guest, find a guest, all that great stuff. Love it. I'm really excited about that. So I'm happy and grateful that I'm able to contribute in that way and hold space on that call. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate. And she said to me, oh, I've just started my own group. I was like, if anything resonates with you in this group, of the structure of it, go for it. I'm just about to do some teaching on it. If I can inspire you, do it. Like, pass it on. So I'm happy and grateful and appreciate that I can contribute in that way. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate my health, like having the gym and the personal trainers that I've got in the classes that I've got. They're all great. There's 3 of them so far that I've met, I think. They all do different styles. They're all bringing something to the table that's unique. They've all been really cool. I've loved it. Happy and grateful for that, for my fitness journey. Happy and grateful and appreciate emotions, like going to the grief group today, the bereavement group. I'm happy and grateful that I can go somewhere where other people understand and I don't have to explain what it is that I've gone through for the last 10 years of losing my son. As a mama, as a bereaved parent, I know that I'm going to get support. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate my environment. I would say basking every day in the gym environment is just been beautiful. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate my relationships. My mama has been amazing. I know I'm 51, but my mama has been amazing. I don't know who doesn't need their mama. I'm just saying, like, I know that sometimes relationships break down and sometimes relationships are not cool with a mama. I get it. And for those who don't have a mama, don't have a papa, but like, I'm grateful. And I'm grateful for the inspiration. I'm grateful for the genes. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful. We were just talking about health, and we were just talking about vitamins and stuff. And she'd spent some on these vitamins. I won't talk out a story because she'll be like, get me. But I said, oh, I've got them, and I've got them, and I've got them. I'm like, I'm on the right track. She's 28 years older than me. So I'm like, yes, I'm on it. I love seeing that legacy of that health. Like I say, her mum, my nan, lived to 101. Her mom's going to be 80 in like about a month. And I'm like, wow, I'm 51. I'm like, yes. Happy and grateful for that. I'm happy and grateful for the relationships. No, I'm happy and grateful for spiritual freedom, for the soul connections that I've made, not only for my soul tribe, but my soulmate, and just all of that. And I'm going to speak this into existence even more, that I've met my soulmate. He is amazing. He is just so incredible. And he's thoughtful, he's kind, he's got a kind heart, he holds space for me. He thinks I'm amazing. He thinks I'm as amazing as I think he is. We're kind to one another. We get on, we laugh and we joke and all those things. I'm going to speak that into existence, and I'm aboard the soulmate train. I'm just saying, I'm happy and grateful. In order for that to manifest, before it manifests, is believing it, right? So I'm happy and grateful and appreciate the financial freedom. Every single student that signs up in the Soul Legacy Academy, every single student that's going through the bootcamp, I'm just re-recording it and loving it. Like that fair energy exchange of yeah, absolutely sign up for the bootcamp. Absolutely, like get the Q&A as a bonus. If you come to the masterclass, I'll give you a Q&A October through to April. Like, I've scheduled out my business for 7 years, and I am basking in the energy of being able to send you to the Soul Legacy Academy and saying, or buy my book, or buy the course, or come to the mastermind, or blah 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 blah. Like, that was my dream, like manifesting. I'm so happy and so grateful that I started, and I kept on going, and I kept on going. The first time I did my boot camp was 2014 and 15, right? I think 14 and 15. I think it's got the dates in there. Definitely 2015. And here we are. And I'm like, wow. I just kept going, putting one foot away from when I was offline, even when I was going through my awakenings. Still, I kept going, and I kept going, and I've come full circle. I've come full circle. So I'm happy and grateful and appreciate that. That is a wrap for this episode. I'm at an hour and 10. I'm so appreciative for everyone who's come in and out. I'm so appreciative for you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, again, at the Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success Planner. Every single Tuesday, we want to talk about your health. We want to revisit your health. Why would you not? Like, put me on a faster speed, listen to the replays, right? Set your you do the vision board challenge, come to the monthly collab call, go to the soullegacyacademy.com. There's the masterclasses in the global networking hub. You'll find everything there. Purchase the book on Amazon, Spiritual YouTubers from Scratch, a Soul-Guided Influencer's Compass to leverage your light work and lifestyle on YouTube. If you have a spiritual awakening story to share in the Call of the Book series, I would love to hear that. Come to the masterclass and we can share that. I can share with you how to get involved, how to share yours. I'm just excited. I would love to support you in launching your day, leading your day, and leaving your day, and doing it with ease, grace, and flow, having that soul client income, soul family impact, and soul family influence and soul tribe impact. I believe that you have a big vision and soul mission the same way as I do. So I encourage you to show up, speak out, and serve deep, share your gifts, and shine your light, because you were born to serve. So I will see you on the next episode. We're going to be talking about emotional freedom on Wednesday. Click to get notified of the lives, and I will see you soon. Big love. Take care. I will see you on the next one. Bye.